about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Keep playing hard.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Devin White in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line. Let's get it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
120.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From the red zone now, Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Goff now to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his 11th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. This is Coleman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now it's Trubisky. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Back. Switch. Check 31.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
It's now third down.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Goff now looking to throw. He'll find Everett there, complete. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Last year for Everett, just 33 catches, 2 touchdowns, but he really has a chance to cement himself as a top tight end in this offense. People around the organization said he had a really good offseason, and he's ready to make that next step. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And, yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off, and the Bears will get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. Give him 32 on the play. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2 yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Who that? Kill. Check 3, check. Value 3.
From the end zone, gone. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. On 1st and 10, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The final shot before break here, Goff. And Woods has it complete. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They are going for it. Goff. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And the return will stop right around the 25. Woods, the intended receiver. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Check 41. Keep it up, guys. Hey, 4-1 Mike.
from the 22. Trubisky, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Devin White in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
58, boys, 58, 58, it's Mike. 2 for 1, 2 for 1. Hey, turn it up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 58 to Mike. Watch that.
Now it's gone. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Bravo.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. To the air again, Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing again is Goff. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. There's Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Now Goff. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Coleman. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Tevin Coleman, 76 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings them within a point now. It's 14-13.
14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. The throw over the middle, taken in. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Again, Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Goff throwing again. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman, his 2nd sack of the night. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. Going up top. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Hey, Orville. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Under 10. Under 10.
Here's Goff. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
41's coming.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Touchdown, Chicago! Cordero Patterson. His second touchdown on the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season.
Listen.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Devin White in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 18. Check safety. Greystone, travel.
One last shot for Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for L.A., they keep pace for a playoff